Dun, dun, dun.
That is episode 119.
Well, it's episode 119. Mateo said that as if it was a question because I think he didn't know.
Yeah,
It's episode 119. This is our fourth place winnings. Yes, we are still in the big box. This is our fourth video regarding this box. This is our fourth place winnings from Blue Jacket 66 contest. And before we get into the box, I'm MP Fox.
And I'm MC Fox.
How are you today?
I am doing good. What about you?
I am fantastic because today we're going to take a look at autographs and relics.
Woo! My favorite things in the world that are baseball cards.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the neat thing about this is, too, when we get into the vintage, someone's not going to be with me. Because, Mateo, what do you think about vintage cards?
Vintage is old.
Yes, vintage is old. Someday you will appreciate it, and you'll...
No.
Well, you know a lot about the history of baseball.
Okay, my vintage will be 2016 still going.
Well, 2016. Okay.
It's always going to be 2016.
Well, we each have a little stack. These are the players from before Mateo's time.
And these are the people from my time.
So we're going to go one by one, and we're going to go through the autographs
Yeah.
and relics
Yeah.
that we received in the box.
It's just a box of, glory.
It is a box of glory. Well, why don't you start with the first one, and we'll just go back and forth.
Alex Gordon signature.
And Alex Gordon's signature. Well, I have a Greg Gagne signature here. He played for the Twins, the Royals, and the Dodgers. I actually watched him when I was in Minnesota. And he played for the Twins teams. Solid shortstop. He had a solid career. I think he ended up with 1,400 hits, but he was a solid player.
David Boat.
David Boat. Is that a signature? What kind of card is that on?
Signature Gypsy Queen.
That is a Gypsy Queen. Love Gypsy Queen cards.
Yeah.
I have a former Dodgers, Brooklyn, and LA pitcher, Carl Erskine. He's a famous pitcher. I know that someone out there PCs him. But this is way cool. And go ahead, Teo. What do you got next?
A Sonny Gray, Allen and Ginter, 2017 Archives, 9 out of 42.
9 out of
Sonny
42.
Gray.
Sonny Gray. And that goes out to those Oakland A's fans we have. Eric and Tony are huge A's fans. This is a sweet card. And I happen to love Topps Archive signature retired and signature cards. I think they're cool, and it's a lot of fun to open it up and see what one signature you got.
Yeah.
Yes, the next one I'm going to show is a 3-player card. This is a relic card with, let's get that in focus here, a little shine off, Satchel Paige, the King Felix, and also Yu Darvish. 3 solid players. These patches here, though, they are guaranteed certified game used merchandise. It doesn't say that this is Satchel Paige's anything, or this is Felix's anything or use anything, but they are guaranteed certified that they're something. And I have lost my son.
Hi.
And there he is. What do you have next for us, Mateo?
Is that actually Felix Hernandez?
Yeah, that is Felix Hernandez right there. And the floating heads. I always think floating head cards are funny.
Floating through the sky. Walker Bueller autograph.
This is sweet. Walker
Yeah.
Bueller. I love it.
Wait, we gotta do an epic intro.
Okay, do an epic intro for that.
Bueller.
And that is a rated rookie optic card. And that is sweetness, Mateo.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of sweetness, this next gentleman is a Hall of Famer. He was a player for many years. He was a 10-time All-Star. He was voted on many times for MVP, never won MVP. And then he was also a manager for the Cardinals for many years. And like I said, he's a Hall of Famer, and this is sweet. And this happens to be my first Hall of Fame autograph that we have. It's Red Schoendeist. Very cool. Very cool. This is a player that I heard a lot about when I was a kid from my grandfather and those around. He was managing at the time. His playing career ended in '63, so that was before I was born. But he is someone that I did hear about as a kid.
I got an Allen and Ginter Roman Quinn autograph.
Roman Quinn. I have no idea who that is.
Me either.
You either? We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
This next one is a Topps Baseball Times, the biggest moves in baseball card with a patch for all you Philly fans out here. It is commemorating the trade of Steve Carlton from the Cardinals to the Phillies. And got to hit my glasses here. It was the transaction date was February 25th, 1972. The Phillies and Cardinals pulled off a straight-up swap of pitchers who were involved in contract disputes. So, for Rick Wise, Steve Carlton was traded. Very interesting. Excellent. Moving on.
Matt Bush, Gypsy Queen autograph.
Matt Bush auto. That is also sweet.
Yeah.
This card here was a contribution that Mateo and I made to the contest, one of them. And this is also a relic card. It's a classic World Series matchups. And it features Davey Lopes and Catfish Hunter. This patch is actually certified authentic Davey Lopes worn, which is amazing that it is certified that that player actually wore it. It would have been a lot cooler if this would have been a shared uniform between the two of them, but it was a Davey Lopes patch.
And this, the first autograph that relic that I'm showing, 2017 All-Star Game relic Craig Kimbrel.
Craig Kimbrel.
And it's a event-worn memorabilia.
Memorable.
Wait,
Cool.
we get it.
And he just signed with whom?
Twinkies?
Well, the Twinkies wanted him, but he ended up a Chicago Cub.
Oh.
So, this next one is a commemorative autograph from October 3rd, 1951. Who knows what happened on that day?
Wait, what was the date again?
October 3rd, 1951.
Well, I know October 3rd, but
What's
not
October
in my-
3rd?
My friend Layla's birthday.
Your friend Layla's birthday. However,
But
it
not
was
in
in 1951.
1951.
That was the shot heard around the world. Bobby Thompson's home run. And that was hit. The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant.
Oh, I've
The
heard of
Giants win the
that.
pennant.
Oh, I've heard of that.
You have heard of that?
The Giants win
Yep.
the pennant.
The Giants were behind 4-1 against the Brooklyn Dodgers. And Bobby Thompson hit the home run in the Polo Grounds. Giants win 5-4. Again,
was it
in
the
the shot
Polo
heard, it was in the Polo Grounds, and the shot heard around the world. And interestingly enough, that game was heard on Armed Forces Radio around the world, and during the Korean War. And also, that was the first nationally coast-to-coast televised baseball game.
Oh.
Cool. And now we can watch 8 games a day if we want to. So what do you got next?
All right. Here we go. The last new player of the day. It's a relic. You know who he is.
How do they know who he is?
Because he's in my PC.
That narrows it down to 10
Or 5.
or 5.
Or 4.
Well, what do you got, Mateo?
Well, it is a game-used memorabilia. Got it right that time. Cool.
Yeah.
PC Bomb, Chicago Cub. You know who he is. Javi R. Baez.
Javi Baez
Yeah.
is one of Mateo's PC players. You sure that's not Ben Zobrist?
No.
No,
I can-
okay.
I can tell by his face.
By the fact that it's Javi Baez.
And it's a...
Awesome. Now, the last card to round this up is not a relic and it's not an auto. However, it is a slabbed card. So we're going to go ahead and show that with this. It is a 1987 Donruss rated rookie. That narrows the pool down. I don't care about the grade. I do care about the card. It's a very cool card of a very, very scary, awesome player who was scandalized in the steroid era controversies. Should be in the Hall of Fame, I think. Rafael Palmeiro. So there we go. That is our roundup of autos, relics, and a slab.
Yeah.
That was in the great 4th place box. We still have got many videos to make because this box is still full.
And it's still hallelujah.
It's still hallelujah. The next few videos Mateo probably will not be part of because I got some 1950s stuff to look at in there. And that is way vintage, isn't it?
Yeah, way.
Way. So, until next time, thank you to the entire community and thank you, Dave, for putting together this cool contest because there's a lot of cool things in here. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So, I wanted to throw Ralph Waldo Emerson in there somewhere and I totally forgot. Do you know who he is?
No.
No, he wrote a poem about the Revolutionary War and the original shot heard around the world.
Well, I do know someone that's also scary in time right now. Whenever he swings the bat, it looks like he's going to hit a home run.
Who's that?
Evan Gaddis.
Evan Gaddis. He only swings for home runs.
Yeah.
However, I think he's swinging for a team now. So until next time, this is MP Fox.
And this is MC Fox.
Peace.
Case!